pretty straightforward. You can create a guide or you can learn about folders. All we're going to do is create a guide.
Chris, this is Microsoft Dynamics. You mentioned this yesterday, but we use something called Microsoft Dynamics, but it's a CRM system. Is this
yeah, so Microsoft Dynamics can be used for multiple different things.
Right.
It's kind of like a platform that you apps to make it work properly as well. So it's telling me that an anchor is now, sorry, anchoring is how holograms know where they're placed. So if you remember, we had that QR code on the other one so that we could see exactly where it was on the lathe. So we're going to set an anchor now. I'm just going to use a QR code again. I'm going to download that. I'm just going to save it in the documents. And I'll leave that there in our break. When I kind of change over to the workshop, I'll print that out to get it stuck on the machine. So you do have to print one of them out per sort of training that you're doing, or per guide if you like. But it doesn't have to be one of them, as you've seen before. We could have an object anchor. So if you've got either a 3D model or a 3D representation of it, you can set it as that. It's a bit tricky because it does literally pick up every little detail. You've also got the circular code, which is very similar to the QR code, and holographic, so manual position of a holographic anchor. That does work okay, but if you've got poor light source and anything like that, or flickering lights in the room, it's not great. So like I say, we'll stick with the QR code. There we go. Download it, so we'll go next. Take a photo of where you place the QR code. We don't need to do that. We'll take that while we're in there. All that's for is easier visualization for you to remember where it is. Import anchor placement photo. I'm not doing that, so we're just going to go to next. Add operator instructions. So we're going to edit the cards. Okay, so this is going to be our first one. So it's going to scan the QR code. So it asks you to locate the QR code, set initial scanned anchor. So we could change that round. Select initial scanned anchor, and we'll say good work at the end, and then we'll save that, and then we're going to go to next. So again, I'm actually going to need to print that out. That's disappointing. No, we don't. We can just keep skipping through this. So we've completed that. We can come back and do that other stuff later on. So our first task, you can see we've got our card here, our first task name. We're going to call it, actually, before we do that, let's do a little bit of plan. So what I've done is, because it's been a little while since I've used these CNC machines, I got the CNC instructor to actually write this out. What he wants me to do first is we need to undo the emergency stop first. Then we're going to press reset to clear any of the alarms. We're going to press power up, restart to home the machine. Then we're going to place your metal against the stop in the vise. I've already placed the metal in the stop, make sure it's nice and flat. We're then going to call up the probe. We've got a video that we want to insert into there as well. Though we'll probably not watch the video while we're doing it because the internet signal in there is not very good. We're going to then work with the tutor on getting the datum set. So obviously that'll just be a little comment saying something like ask the tutor to ensure that your datum is set correct. Then we're going to call up the program. We're going to put the machine into memory mode, and then we're going to have a quick look through the program to see if there's any errors that stand out. We're not actually going to do that because I tested this program this morning just to make sure it all works. and then we're going to press cycle start, and it'll literally run it. So what we're going to do is we're going to set up these cards, and literally we're going to attach them to the buttons that you need to press. So really, you don't even need to read these cards. You could literally just press the buttons it tells you to press, and just like magic, you're a CNC machinist, you know, without having to go through the 4 years in an apprenticeship like most other people.
So this video you showed us yesterday, where you have made this program for that machine, was this made? Did you make that in Microsoft Dynamics?
Yep, this is exactly what we're going to do now.
Right. Okay. So it's similar to Unity, isn't it?
You could probably make something similar in Unity, but it's not the same kind of software as Unity.
Yeah. What would you say this one's easier to use? Would this be a go-to one for this kind of scenario?
Oh yeah, definitely for something like this.
Right.
I mean, you could definitely make things like this on Unity, but this is just, you know, what you've got to imagine is this is kind of designed for companies where they can have a bank of training and guides of how to do things.
Yeah.
You know, and everybody's got their accounts. They've watched that training. It signs off to say that they've watched and partaken in that training, if you know what I mean, because they're actually going to physically do it whether they've got the headset on, and it also records them doing it. You know, so you can actually have a recording of them carrying out the task.
And I take it works nice and easy with those, what they call Hololens or whatever.
The Hololenses, yeah.
Hololens, yeah. Yeah.
So it's a case of so we're at the minute we're signed into our Dynamic 365 guides account on the computer. Once we've created this, we then just go to the HoloLens, move everything about where we need it in authoring mode, save it, and then that's a project complete. And then anybody can come as an operator to then use that training.
And do you think this will work with other manufacturers' lenses, like the ones John mentioned yesterday, like those?
Not at the minute, it doesn't, but I think that will come.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, at the minute, obviously, it's Microsoft product. It's a Microsoft bit of software, and if it doesn't come, somebody else is just going to make it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So let's have a look at the first one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to split this screen off like that, so I can do that because I'm lazy, and I'm just going to copy that in there. So we're going to undo the emergency stop button. And I do apologize for my spelling. I am a little bit dyslexic, but I'll not be concentrating too much on my spelling tonight. Locate a stop below and twist to release. That'll do me. So what do we want going with that? We can have some parts, we can add an action in there. Let's have a look what we've got. 3D toolkit. So what we're probably going to want for that is let's have a look. I think I'll have a hand to point to it. And I'm going to have a full circle to tell you to twist it as well. Okay, so that basically all I'm telling it there is these are the 3D parts that I want to go with that card. Okay, then we're going to go to step 2. It's not going to be a congratulations. I'm going to change that. I'm going to go back there. We'll add another step. Add a step. So this step is going to be press the reset to clear all alarms. It doesn't let me change that. Let's see if I can go back. Okay, I see what that is. It's good to keep that. Outline. That's what I want. Outline. That's what I wanted. So now we're going to add another task. That's what I wanted, task. So the next one's to reset. Press reset to clear the alarms. Okay. Reset to ensure no alarms are active. And I mean, you could put pictures in here as well. So we could have an image. We haven't got any at the minute, but we could import some in. We could have an image there. We could have a video in there. But all I'm going to do is I'm just going to have again some more 3D objects. And again, I'm going to have a pointy finger. I'm going to have a right pointy finger this time. What else should I use? Use something a bit different. I was kind of hoping I had some sort of button or button highlight. We'll just stick with the hand of that one then. That's that one done. Another task. We're gonna then power up. Press power up to home the machine. And I'll just power up the machine using the green button. Back to here again. We've already placed the metal in, so I'm not going to put that one in. We don't need to call up the probe because I've already done that. I've wrote that into the program. So what we're going to do instead is for this one, we're going to have it called video. And in this one, we are going to videos. Import video. That's not what I want to do. Right now, I've got to remember how. How do I do this again? Videos, images. Ah, there we go. Web link. Yeah, so then I'm just going to copy and paste that YouTube web link in there. Save that. So now when they come onto this, we'll have click the button in the click. I'll have click. I'll do. Not going to put any buttons in there, so that'll be fine. Good. Watch the video. Work with tutor. So what I think we'll do for this one is we will go with check set up tutor. So we'll go into this one. This time, what I want is actually, let's go back here because I want to change that question step. Sorry, I'm a little bit. I'm not great with the navigation yet. I just want to delete this one, delete step. Yeah. So this is going to be our question step. So as the tutor confirmed your setup is correct. Yes. So from here, depending on what answer they select, you could actually have it branching out into different things. Yeah, so if they selected yes, you could have it right, okay, carry on, follow this. If they select no, you could just have another screen pop up that says, please ensure you spoke to your tutor before carrying out the job. But we're not going to go that complex with it at this time. So we're just going to have that. We're going to have no. In fact, actually, when they select no, we're going to send you back to that one. We're going to send you back to the original step. If it selects yes, then we'll go on to the next step, but we'll have to create the next step before we do that. Go back out and add a task in there so that I can go to here, select yes, destination, current steps, that one. So what we're doing next, we've worked with the tutor, call up the program. So we're going to just put the machine into memory mode because the program's already going to be in. It's going to be the only one in there, because that's how I would set it up in the real world. Locate and okay. So for that, I'm going to have again. I'm just going to have an arrow and a hand again. If you did want to put pictures in, that's what the media panel's for there. So you can just drag and drop pictures into there, as well as videos, or you can select them from up here. So what was that? We're going to go back to there. So that was put machine in memory mode. Look through the program. We're not going to do that. So the last thing we need to do is press cycle start. Okay. So to start the program cycle. Oh, actually, no, I don't think it's a big green button on this one. Right, okay. And again, I think I'm gonna try one of them buttons, see what that's like. And it takes symbol. Okay. So I'm happy with that. So seven steps to get this machine running. It's not too bad. Now what I need to do is save. So we're going to create this guide. Yeah, so we've done the basics, we've set it all out. So I'm now going to save that. Okay. So you can see up at the top it was saving, now it's saved. So that should be in our, let me go back to home. Not sure we've got a copy for some reason. Not sure why. Not sure why I made a copy of that. So I've got the same stuff in. Not to worry then. Right. So what I need to do now is I need to I've just realized what I've messed up. This is on the wrong computer. So what I'll have to do is I'm going to email this to myself on the other computer and then print it out. So what I'm going to do, guys, is if you could just go have a 5-minute break. I'm going to change locations. I'm going to go run to the other room. and I'm going to print this out. So I should be back on the other camera in about 5-10 minutes, okay? Yeah, okay. So here's our CNC machine, okay? And as you can see, I've got my holographic bit in front of us there. And I'm sure you can see on my camera as well up at the top that that's not actually there. Yeah. So we're going to go into guides. Okay, and it brings up this nice little box here. You can move it around, and like I say, it's just like being Tony Stark and Iron Man. That's how it feels anyway.
Wow.
So yeah, you will be seeing this a little bit delayed from the headset, because it has to go from the headset through the internet and then come back this way as well. So we're going to click on guides. We're going to click play. So you see that little bit of spark of triangles there, that was it scanning the area. Access the main menu and choose your activity. Ah, that's why. So there we go, we had to get the guides up. I forgot about that bit. So there you can see we've got our 2 guides because for some reason we made a copy. So we'll just use the copy one because we know that was the last one that was made. It's asking you what mode you want to be in, because I've actually given my account both the authorizer so I can manipulate things and the operator so I can come and actually do it. Once you've created and it's all done, you normal workforce people would only have operator, so they'd put it on, the only option they have is operator, but we're going to go for author. Okay, so you can see there it's saying scan, locate and scan the QR code. So what I'm going to do is initiate scan. Just going to initiate my scan. Yeah, so I'm going to come over here and put that on there. See that go nice and green because it's found the anchor. For some reason it's put that all the way over there. I'm going to try and get hold of that. And it is all about finger gestures, so there you go. I'm just going to move that to there. It's a bit better. So even on there, it's saying found the anchor, it's giving us a line to where it is. I'm just going to confirm that. So our first task.
How does it find your fingers, Chris? Is it because your fingers are in front of you?
Every time you see when it was doing that triangle thing, I'll see if I can try and get it to do it again by giving it a new area.
And we can see the lines coming off your fingers as well, wherever you're pointing towards.
Basically, inside the headset, okay, you've got 2 cameras here, 2 cameras here. They're your depth cameras. Then you've got your center camera on the front, which is for the recording. Then you've got 2 cameras inside as well, which are fixed on your eyes. So like I say, every time it does that sort of triangle thing where it's scanning it, it scans everything. So it's actually it picks up my 2 fingers there. Yeah. Now to select something, I just nip them together. That was because I was looking at it, but if I try not to look at it too much, then I just nip them together and make it go to the next one.
And do you find it quite intuitive? Does it work pretty well most of the time?
Yeah, it's just you getting used to it, really. You know, this is literally the 2nd time I've done this, and as you can see, it's not going too bad. It's not the best, but you know, it's quite smooth presenting as when I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing. But that's the thing about emerging technology. So we want to locate, reset to ensure no alarms are active. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this. Grab it on the outside of the circle. There we go. So I'm grabbing this, and you see how this has got me. And it'll take a little bit for you to catch up. It's got me dot on, yeah. So this is where my dot line is going to go to. So I'm going to put that on the emergency stop there. And what I'm also going to do is I'm just going to pick my hand. There we go. I've got a hand here, so I'm just going to pick that up. I'm going to put it just there. Rotate it a bit. Wrong way. Rotate it that way. Grab it and put it there. Yeah, so we can see now. Locate, reset to ensure no alarms are active. So we're going to locate it. Actually, that's the wrong one, isn't it? Reset, it says I'm jumping ahead of one. So So we'll need to move that to where the actual reset button is, which is here. Put it right on that. Put it right on that button there. I'm just going to let Vishal in. Hello Vishal, we're just in the middle of a demonstration at the moment. So, like you can see, I'll put that there again. I'm gonna select my hand. I'm gonna move the hand so that it's actually on the right button now. Yeah. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go back because I must have missed one. There we go, the e-stop one. I missed that one before. So again, we're gonna pick our dotted line. We're gonna put the dotted line on the emergency stop. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to have a finger just pointing to it. And I'm also going to have a circle rotate on it so that you know that you've got to twist it to undo it, which way do you have to twist it? That way. So I'll put that there, twist that around that way. Obviously we could fine tune this till your heart's content really. I want to pick that thing up again.
So this is you set the thing up, yeah?
Yep.
So how does it know that when you give it to somebody to have a go, how does it remember to stay in that exact place?
The QR code.
So it's relative to the distance from the QR code?
Yeah, but it will also scan objects as well, because if you remember, I was talking about you don't even have to have a QR code, it can.
Yeah. So do you think it would be intuitive enough to recognise that big red button as an object?
Yeah, I think so. But what I would probably do is I would set like kind of the whole display as the object, so then it's got more reference points, it's got more colours to pick up on. Yeah.
So what happens if you move the QR code?
So if I move the QR code, it messes up. So what you'd normally do is stick the QR code on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The only reason I haven't done that for this is because I'm going to make a more detailed, in-depth one for the actual class who will be using these. Because like I say, you know, we're kind of speeding through things. You know, when I do it properly, I'll actually want photos of all the buttons so that they can be, you know, the photo will kind of come up kind of somewhere in there on that blue screen.
Yeah.
So we'll carry on. We'll go to the next one. Oh, power up the machine. That was the next one, wasn't it? Power up the machine using the green button. So I'm going to take this, I'm going to put it on the green button. Over there. Oh, it didn't give myself any 3D parts, but I think you can actually go in and add one if. Yeah, there you go. So. We'll just go with the arrow. Just put that one in. Just put that there.
When you've gone off, Chris, your camera.
Which camera?
The Hololens camera.
All right.
The settings screen now.
Ah, yes, I see. I'll just.
Like a timeout, Wi-Fi timeout came on.
That's probably what it is. It probably is a Wi-Fi timeout. Don't think you're actually meant to use it for doing this. This is actually like a developer's sort of screen, where you can find out loads of information. I was quite impressed when I found this, and you can find all this information. But I just thought it was good for you to be able to see what I'm looking at as well.
Yep.
Right, so, and what I'll also do is when I'm going to record one of these from inside, so you'll see it all as well. Right, so we've done that, on to the next one. Click the button in the lower right corner to start the video. So that again, that's this one. So we're not going to start the video on this one. There's nothing we need to do on this one. So we're just going to go straight to the next one. Again, there's nothing for us to do on this. It's just asking whether we've done it or not. Let's say yes. Locate and press the memory key. So again, I'm just going to take this, and the memory key is. There is the memory key. Programs. See, this is why you need one of these, so you know where the memory key is. I cannot see it anywhere. Right, I'm pretty sure it's actually over there. There it is, memory. Found it. We'll just pop that there. Move it a hand.
Off again, right?
Yeah, it's gone again.
It's gone again. Oh, I wonder why that is. Right, so I've got my hand here. I'll put that there. And in all fairness, this is going a lot smoother than what I thought it was going to. So I'm quite happy. I think that's all we'll need, just that button there. Go to the next one. Right, to start the program, press cycle start. So again, not sure what's happened there. Cycle start is just a big green button. I'm not sure if it actually was. Go, and I'm going to put one of these over it as well.
I have a question. Will you be able to create such experience in different rooms? Because at the moment you're moving more or less.
Yeah, you could create a training guide that goes into other rooms. That's not a problem, as long as you've got constant Wi-Fi connectivity. Yeah, you can do one across the whole. Because what some people have seen, some people use it for is directing people. So someone's coming to the reception, they need to go to such and such a place. You open the guide up and click that I want to go to the library, and it then navigates you down the halls to where the library is. What am I doing with this? Actually, I don't really like this, to be honest, now that I've seen it. That'll do. Okay, so that's that one done. Success, we've done it. So what we're going to do is we're going to restart the guide. Refresh that. I'm going to exit out here. Yes. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go from the start as if we're an operator. Okay, so someone's just come and grabbed me off the street here, mate. Can you come and run this machine for us? Sorry, mate, I don't know how to run it. Don't worry, put this headset on. I'll show you what to do. Okay, so when I get me screen up and go to dynamics, I'm going to put on my copy, and we're going to go in as an operator. Okay, so straight away it says anchor found. So yeah, in fact we found the anchor straight away. I'm just going to click confirm. Oh, I'm going to click confirm on there. Yeah. Locate the e-stop. Below and twist and release. So here we go. I'm going to twist it and release it. We're all good with that. The next task is locate and reset. So, sorry, power up the machine. So there we go. I've noticed a mistake now. That isn't the power button. So what I'd have to do is go back into author and remove that because the power button is actually up here. There we go. We'll pop the power button on now. And like I say, we'll go back and edit that once we've done this. So
But that's all part of your test and process, though, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Because I mean, who has two green buttons, one for the power and one to start the machine away? Not normally the case, but not really. Right, now it says click the button in the lower right hand corner to start watching the video. We're not going to watch the video because, like I say, the internet is rubbish in here. But obviously all you do is you click on that, and once it opens, watch the video. By then, this will have all booted up and hopefully be ready for you to use. And the video is just a short safety video on starting up the machine. So what I'm going to do next, I'm going to put the next one. So no, I think we missed something there. Let's go back. Oh, so I think we must have missed a step out. Let's check. So here's the tutor confirmed that it's right. I'm going to say yes. So what I missed out is that we should have pressed restart to reference the machine. And what that does is it sets its zeros. So because at the minute it's just going to go off and set its Z, Y, and X zeros. So again, through our process of testing, we've realised that we've actually missed a step out, so we can go back, when we go back to the office, we can edit and add that in. So now what we're going to do, after that step's been done, which has been done, we're going to press the memory key. I'll press the memory key, that brought up our program. Just going to give it a quick check over. I know it's the correct one because I tested it this morning. To start the program, cycle start button. So that's telling us that, it's the one there. Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to move the camera over a little bit so you can see this as it happens. So that is actually, is it away? Yeah, so that's actually moving away now. You can't see it's moving very slow. So while that's just moving down, I'm just going to agree that we've done that. Success, we've done it. We're an engineer. And again, you can make that as long or as short as you want. You can expand that. Do quite a range of things. I'm not going to go through the whole of this program. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let it come in and go and take the first cut. And then see how well you can actually see that. I'll try and get in a bit closer. So what it's doing at the minute is it's probing the different sizes of the block to see exactly how big the block is.